Hey everybody, this is Brian from Nomadic Dyno. I got this Aces EFI Fusion in a while back and haven't had anything running to test it on, as you can see. So instead I just made a quick video on all the different throttle bodies I had laying around the shop. Not super detailed, just a quick overview of all of them that I have here. And then eventually on this guy, this 440 here, it has the Aces Multiport system on it. I'm going to test this on it after I get it dialed in a Multiport and compare. And see what the results are on the dyno. It'll be a pretty good video, I hope. So anyways, better get back to it, get an engine in a car, and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you. This little guy is the new Fusion. It is very similar to the Killshot II in looks. Let me get these facing the same direction. So, everything bore-wise looks the same as the Killshot II. The ports are on the same side as the Killshot II. Throttle linkage is the same as on the Killshot II. Ports are on the same side as Killshot 2. All those things seem the same. I don't know, I'll have to look to see if the Fusion has an internal fuel pressure sensor. I would think it would, since it's kind of the same, but I don't know yet. Alright, so then you have your VR tied right in directly to the ECU. This also has 4 little indicator lights on it. I might dumb wire this real quick here in a second just to see what goes. Alright, so we got your CAN cable, your VR sticking out the front, and then also a canister coil connection. Don't quote me on this, but rumor has it that there's a Aces canister style coil in the works. Don't know for sure yet though. And I also don't know which canister coils this will work with yet. I'll have to look into that. This is just kind of at a glance. Coolant temp sensor, this comes out of the back. So depending on your engine, that may or may not be as handy. Especially, I don't know if you're trying to get to a head on the side like a Chevy or anything. Got your additional wire harness coming out of the back. Got your wideband coming out of the back. And then no relays. It is just fuses. So let's check out what these wires are. I'll get rid of that one for now. So on this one we've got main power positive, main power negative, or main ground. Then on this little guy that I have completely tangled the crap out of, got your ignition switch wire, kind of orangish tint instead of red. And then this one is your pump positive. I would probably just use this to run a relay and then have your fuel pump power directly from the battery or positive source and just have this control the relay supplying that power. It's not a very heavy gauge, just has the fuse, there's no relay built in. So that's everything on it really. Got the IAC on the back, everything underneath looks the same as a Killshot 2. Now the firmware is different than the Killshot firmware. I I have not had it on anything running to test it yet, so there's that. I will as soon as I can. It will actually be going on my 440 once the Joker is dialed in on that guy, just to see the difference. I'll actually probably put the Killshot II and the Fusion on it at different times, but we'll probably start with the Fusion just because I already inked all the wiring for my Killshot II. So, to continue the comparison, we got our Fusion and Killshot II. We've already covered the differences in that. So this has the port on it for your harness. Everything else is basically the same as that. Then you go down to our Killshot I, and gone over the differences before, where you can fit a drop base air cleaner on this one, you cannot on this one. The depth of the bores are different. So the throttle blades are actually closer to the bottom surface on the Killshot II and Fusion than they are on the Killshot I. And the top of the throttle bores are actually a little larger in diameter on the Killshot II and Fusion than they are the Killshot I, which also, Deuces Wild is that same way. And I didn't discover this until I was playing around with my reducers, and they fit nicely in a Killshot I, and then a Killshot II, they just fall right down in. And then same thing with Fusion, they just fall right to the bottom. So that's a different size. I haven't checked the bottoms to see how these fit. So that fits pretty good in the bottom. Let's see how it does on the Killshot II. Yeah, that fits the same on the bottom as the Killshot I, but it is bigger on top than the Killshot II. And yeah, calipers or an actual measuring device would be a lot more accurate. Dropping a piece of plastic in, but it's a go no go test, and it worked. So if you want to look at the difference in progressive, I have got, let's see which one of these. Yes, so this throttle body I have converted to progressive linkage, and this Killshot II is progressive, so I don't know how well we'll be able to see this in the video, but this is by modifying the Killshot I linkage. And then this is the Killshot II linkage. Try to aim this at the camera so you can actually see something. So those are both progressive, but done differently. Speaking of progressive, I didn't notice this until I got a Joker kit, just because I haven't had a wild card or Joker in my hands. But the throttle body that comes with the Multiport kits is very progressive. So you get a lot of throttle before those back blades open. Feels a lot more like a double pumper carburetor, because when those secondary springs hit, you really feel it in the amount of pressure you have to apply. So that's just something that I realized after ordering it. And of course, just for the fun of it, here's the Deuces Wild, which, I don't know, every time I've tuned one or worked on one, I've been happy with them. They've all worked pretty good. Should mention that the bottom of the Killshot I and Killshot II are different as well. And Fusion should be the same way. Yeah. So they moved the ports, so you don't have this to worry about here anymore. It's in the front, like pretty much everything else, other than maybe like a sniper. But they recessed this a little bit for the IAC, just to give it a better feed on dual plane manifolds. Yeah, that is the comparison of the Fusion to the Killshot II to the Killshot I, the Killshot I progressive, and then with throttle body reducers and the multiport throttle body and the Deuces Wild. Not a very detailed video. This is missing all the sensors off of it. They're in a bag over there. But you have ports on both the front and the back of the multiport throttle bodies. And that's all. Thanks for watching.